All right, this meeting will be recorded so that every one of us can have access to the recording of the meeting. And I think I should put on video if it's possible so that we know ourselves. All right, so colleagues, welcome to this meeting. And it's such an honor to see all of us, all right, gathered for this noble project, the first of its kind in part of our world. And I'm so excited to see the caliber of people led by our mentor and teacher, General Shino Gumbuyi. And my seniors are here, Dr. Olufemi Gay, and the rest. I want to welcome us especially for this meeting. This meeting is all important because our book is almost ready. I should say about 80% ready, because I'm still getting some new addition from some few people. But it's almost ready, and I felt that, or rather we felt, the editors felt that we should have this meeting, and the agenda, as we shared, will follow it strictly. Hopefully this meeting shouldn't take more than 30 minutes, at most 45 minutes. I know that today is Sunday, we're preparing for tomorrow. So the agenda of the meeting, as shared, is we're going to look at, discuss about the publishers. All right, there are so many options on ground that I feel we should all agree. I've had some experience with some of them, so we'll discuss that. Number two, we will also look at the roles of each of the authors, the contributing authors to the book, in terms of financial commitment, in terms of royalties, in terms of book distribution, and all of that, you know. And after that, our mentor will also give a word. General Ogumi will give a word. Then we'll also be able to have comments and reactions from everybody. So as we start, please can I ask for your indulgence to show your faces. Some of us I know, some I don't know, but it will be good to see our faces and introduce yourself and the topics or the chapters that you are contributing, so that we'll all be on board. The book is a collective project, and so although each author has responsibility for his chapter, but it's a sole project, is a joint project, so to say, and it will be good for us to see our faces. So I'd like to just leave the floor now for every one of us to introduce ourselves and the chapters you are contributing. Thank you. Yes, General sir, can we start with you, sir, so that I think everyone is waiting for the big horse to talk.
Yeah, thank you so very much, Professor Kingsley Toby. I welcome, alongside with our co-editor, Professor Toby, this evening, every one of us on this call. My name again is Major General Shino Ogumbi, MNI. I'm the co-editor for this veritable book on ICU guidelines. And apart from being the co-editor of the book, I also am contributing a chapter on IV fluids, or rather fluid therapy in the intensive care units. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So anybody please follow suit. I think Professor Ige should follow.
Dr. Ige in consultant anesthetists from University of Ilorin Teaching Hospital. I contributed on the chapter on cardiocritical care. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. For your information, Dr. Ige was my senior registrar in UITH, so I still give him that respect. He was also my senior in UNIMEN, so my senior all around, even in the ministry. So thank you, sir. Can we have the next? In no particular order, Dr. Presido, where are you? Okay, Professor Seidu, please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. I'm Professor Seidu Yakubu from Ahmadu Bello University, Zaria. Our contribution is on hematology and blood transfusion in critical care. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Presido.
Can I go?
Yeah, Presido, go.
Job Gogo Otokwala, Investor of Port Harcourt Teaching Hospital, stroke Investor of Port Harcourt. I took sections on infection control, prevention and control, and then ICU microbial microbes, ICU microbes, sepsis, and IPC. I think those three are joined together in one section.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Mr. President. That's the President of Intensive Care Society of Nigeria. We appreciate you. Thank you. Next, can we have next? Dr. Muyiwa Rotimi, go ahead. Who is there?
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Good evening, everyone. I'm Muyiwa Rotimi. I'm consultant anesthetics, critical care physician at Lagos University Teaching Hospital. I contributed in the chapter on neurocritical care. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Muyiwa Rotimi, and next official of ICCN. All right, Dr. Akindolire, please.
ICCSN.
Thank you. I don't invite
Professor Toby, I will find you.
My apologies.
All right.
All right, Dr. Abimbola, please go ahead.
Good evening, everyone. I am Dr. Abimbola Akindolire. I am from the University College Hospital, Ibadan.
Right. Okay. Go ahead, ma'am.
The chapter you are writing on, please.
University College Hospital, Ibadan.
The chapter.
Contributed
your contribution.
On the chapter on pediatric. Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, we can hear you.
My contribution is the pediatric intensive care, the topics on pediatric intensive care intensive care. So that's my contribution.
Yeah, I must also make a mention about Dr. Akindolire. She did a good job. She was able to mobilize some other pediatric intensivists, and they contributed quite a number of chapters. All right, so we appreciate you. I know Dr. Folayon and other of your colleagues. I'm sure that you send the recordings to them so that they know the resolutions from this meeting. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, Dr. Adeshinyan Aderonke.
Thank you, sir. Good evening. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
My name is Dr. Aderonke Adeshio. Presently, I work in Rwanda, the HOD of the anesthesia and critical care unit of my hospital. And I contributed the chapter of airway management in the ICU. Thank you.
Yes, Dr. Aderonke Adeshio is the immediate past president of the Society for Specialists in Airway. So thank you. What a privilege to have you on board. All right. Dr. Okona Friday, can you please unmute yourself and introduce?
Yeah, good evening, Prof, and every member of this platform. Yeah, I am Okona Friday Godwin from University of Nigerian Teaching Hospital. Yeah, I contributed to the chapter on obstetrics intensive care unit care.
Thank you very much, Dr. Okona Friday. And we see a lot of work you're doing on BLS, ACLS. All right, bless you. Thank you so much. And you have to contribute Olushola Idowu. So Both of you are going to share that that session. I'm going to say a little about the structure of the book as we go on. So Dr. Lushola Idowu, maybe you should follow suit and just unmute yourself and show your face. Thank you. Dr. Lushola Idowu, are you there? Okay. Dr. Saheni, can you introduce yourself?
Good evening, sir. Doctor. My bandwidth is quite low, but I'll try whenever I have a bigger bandwidth to try to put on my video. I am Dr. Saini Osayuambo. I'm in University of Benin Teaching Hospital. I'm currently the coordinator of ICU. Because Dr. Toby worked in UBTA before, so when most of my colleagues heard about him writing another book, because they know he always write book, they were interested that he contributed a lot of chapters. I think one of the area that I remember we contributed was on renal critical care. Then the physiotherapist talked about physiotherapy, a guideline for physiotherapy in the ICU, and Dr. Bunda wanted to talk about a guideline for recalcitrant arrhythmia management in the ICU. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Saini.
Hello, sir. Hello,
yes.
Sir. I'm sorry, sir. I tried to unmute myself. I don't know why I just messed things up. I'm actually exercising. I forgot to do that. So I'm Dr. Idowu Olusolakayode.
Please,
I'm from University College Hospital.
Let's see your face, sir.
Okay, sir. I'm working.
Hey, we're going to see you the work now.
Okay. Okay. Why is it not unmuting? I'm trying to unmute it.
He's doing locum. He's doing locum. We don't want to see locum sites.
No. I'm actually working. Unable to access camera. Please allow.
No problem. So go ahead. We can spare you. Go ahead.
Yes, I am Dr. Idowu Olusolakayode. I'm the current HOD of Anesthesia Department, University College Hospital, Ibadan, and I work in the Department of Anesthesia and Critical Care. I just had there's another person contributed that one to obstetric critical care. Thank you.
Yes, Dr. Kona and Dr. Idowu, you contributed on the same session, and I actually chatted on the group, some time ago, long time ago, for you, both of you to harmonize. It would have made my job easier, but I tried to harmonize your two chapters, so both of you will own that session, which is good. The more the merrier, right? Gives a lot of credence to the session. So we appreciate that. Thank you, Dr. Lushola. Dr. Sandy Awalu, please, can you quickly introduce yourself? And I would talk for Professor Yeka.
Good evening once again. It's nice to be here. I am Sani Awalu, a consultant hematologist and professor of hematology at Ahmadu Bello University Teaching Hospital, Zaria. I contributed to the part on hematological critical care, myself and Professor Yakubu. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Prof. My apologies. Thank you so much for your expertise and your contribution. I think the next person who is not on this call is Professor Tonia Oyeka. I'm sure many of us know her. She's from University of Nigeria, Nsukka, UNNTH. I think I got it. All right, she contributed robustly on a topic, palliative care in ICU, and she's an advocate. Dr. Kona, I'm sure she's with you, isn't it? Am I right? She's in UNTH.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, UNTH, yeah.
In fact, I remember she was one that brought you. She was one that brought you.
Yes. Teaching hospital.
Okay, so she contributed on that part, palliative care. Yeah. All right, and I want to thank you all for the time, the sacrifice that we have all made in contributing our different sessions. A brief about the book is unique, and some of us have to do some editing with General Gumbi in making it a guideline book. It's not a textbook per se. And if you notice, some of you were writing about, stuffs that this is beyond the scope of the book. So let me reiterate what the book is all about. It's ICU Guidelines for critical care practitioners. All right, it's a very easy to go reference book in managing, cases in the ICU. We try to make it as simple and as readily available to even medical officers who find themselves in a critical care setup. So it's a guideline, and that is how we try to structure the book. I do want to send some chapters back. I know the informations are quite relevant or important, but beyond the scope of the book. So we made it in such a way as a guideline. And each session, we have different sessions, neurocritical care, cardiocritical care, renal critical, and all of that. So we try to put all these chapters into these different sessions. And the guidelines are so structured so that we can follow suit. Each of the chapters also starts with a clinical case scenario, all right, just to simulate what most of our readers, our audience, will come across in the ICU and how to go about it stepwise. So that is just to give us an overview of the concept of the book and how we hope to structure it when it comes out. So thank you very much. And this time we're going to go into the meat of today's meeting, and that is about publishing. Okay, I want to give us a little background so that we can all be abreast and we can contribute and ask questions. There are different ways, there are different routes to publishing. By God's grace, I've published quite, a number of books. And the first one is self-publishing. My first few books were self-published. I had to get a very credible, publisher in Benin who did a good job, all right, and publishing the book. The issue with self-publishing is that you have to finance it yourself. We give them the book, they're going to get their own, editors, to look at the grammar, look at, to make sure that each of the chapter follows the structure of the book. We pay them, they publish the book, and they deliver to us. All right, once they are paid and deliver the books, their job is done. That is about self-publishing, which I've had experience with the publisher in Benin City, Nigeria. All right, the second one I've also published with the University of Benin publishers. All right, I know each university has their own. So I published a book with University of Benin. The same process. The advantage of this is that it's also acceptable for promotion, all right? It's a scholarly work that is recognized by the university. So that's another one. The most recent publishing that we did was with Cambridge Scholars in UK. We wrote a book on anesthesia, comprehensive lecture note on anesthesia for undergraduates in Africa, where we had almost about 16 different anesthetists contributing to that book. And we got the Cambridge Scholars who financed the book, except for some few payments that we needed. The advantage of that is that it's globally recognized. They do online marketing, okay, and they're able to, in fact, the book is on Amazon, and they're able to market on their own. The advantage is that we don't have control over the sale. We don't have control over, no matter the books they sell and all that. And we did this, I think it was 2022, and up to now, I've not even received a penny. Neither has any of the authors received a penny. So those are the different options, different routes of publishing. And I feel it's important for each and every one of us to know what it entails, and we can have superior suggestions on how to go about it and questions that need to be answered. So that is about publishing options we have. I'll leave the floor to any of us who has one or two suggestions or questions or queries or clarifications for General Gui and I to quickly answer. Thank you very much. We can have responses, please. If you're about to talk, you can unmute yourself or you can raise your hands, then we ask you to talk. Thank you. Everybody's quiet. Did you hear all I said?
Yes, we did, Prof.
Okay. Can we have responses, Dr. Ige?
Yes, can I say something?
Yes, Mr. President.
I think it's
We can't hear you. Mr. President, we can't hear you. Okay, why
it's quite interesting way to publish in the copy I had for the book we published in anesthesia. I paid about £70, wrong. And then I wonder if, the target of the book are basically residents and then consultants or practitioners in Africa. So how many persons were able to access the book at that cost?
Yes.
So if you can look inward, or if it's possible to discuss with the publishers, there are some low-cost editions that we can get that are affordable and accessible to our audience. Because if you read a book and no one is buying it, nobody is reading it, it doesn't really add value to the practice. So these are the things we should also think about. Good quality, but it should be at an affordable cost to our targeted audience in Africa.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Job, for that very incisive contribution, to which I agree with you entirely. And I must also say that presently I am involved in as a co-author of another book, this time as an invited author by the Neurosurgical Society of Nigeria. And what we are trying to do, just the reason you gave now, is to publish locally, because the book, as well as the one we are talking about now, is directed at our residents and other residents in Africa, especially in the West African sub-region. And they may not actually be able to afford the high cost on Amazon, even though the quality will be very good. But we do have some publishers locally too that can publish very high standard books. Also, all of us here on this call, we are all academics. And for those who are not yet in the professorial cadre, they may need this as one of their documentations for promotion purposes. And if this book is not self-published, in fact, I think we should not even talk about self-publication. Let us talk about institutional publication. And for me, we can ask another university publisher for their own rates as well as conditionalities, apart from the University of Benin publishing outfit, to which we do have experiences with. But if we have to make a choice, I think we should have an institutional-based publisher, not self-publication for this book. I think we can discuss more on this line. Let's leave out the option of self-publication out of it for now. Professor Toby, you can continue, please.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Dr. Job, for your contributions. I think Professor Seidu wants to say something. You have a mute, sir. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. My suggestion is that, yes, we align, as General has said, with university, and also see, I think TED Fund has some funds, I think, for publication of a book. Please, can someone collaborate what I'm saying? I think it's possible that TED Fund, we can contact TED Fund, but it has to be done through an institution anyway. And then if we are lucky, they may be able to fund the publication. Thank you.
Thank you.
Can I just quickly comment on that?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, Professor Yakubu, for that. You are indeed very right. Once we make our application through a university, TED Fund has funds for some academic activities as this. However, again, I am involved with TED Fund at the very highest level with one of our research groups presently. I'm sure Dr. Rotimi is aware of what I'm talking about now. The process at TED Fund is very bureaucratic, and I don't know if we may be willing to wait for this at this time. If we have another option, I'm sure we should go ahead with it. But if we want to wait for another 1 year for TED Fund to give us funds for publication, let's, no problem with that at all. But I think the bureaucracy at TED Fund at this time may preclude us from giving that option for this, our book, as it were. This is just my own thoughts at this time. I know everybody in TED Fund, from the executive secretary down to the director in charge of research and publication, but the bureaucracy there is something else to think about. Except if Mr. President is the one giving direct orders to the executive secretary. Next 1 month, approve a so amount of money for this group to publish their book. Other than that, we'll have to go through a lot of hurdles.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, General Gubeyi, sir. Thank you. Professor Tonia is here. Professor Tonia, you're welcome. Can you please quickly introduce yourself? We want to see your face and tell us the chapter you contributed.
Yeah, okay, sorry. So I'm Tonia Onyeka. I contributed to the chapter on palliative care in the intensive care units. Consultant anesthetist, pain physician, palliative physician at the University of Nigeria Teaching Hospital. Thank you. Happy to be here.
Thank you. If it's possible, I'd like to see your face.
It's not possible, sir.
Sonia.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. I think Dr. Ige, I would like to hear from you and any other person. Please feel free, because this is actually the major agenda here. We need to decide from here what publishing route we're following. So, Dr. Igis, are you here? Yes, please.
Yes, I'm with you. I'm listening to everybody, and I agree with General Ogumbi that we should not go the route of self-publishing. I think an institutional publisher is better. And obviously, the local one might be an easier route than the international one. I don't think we should be thinking, well, my opinion, I think first we should have an idea of what it will cost before we start knowing whether we should be relying on an institution or to fund it or not. I think, as Jiragubi has said, it might take a while to get institutional funding. But if it is something that we consider and we feel that as authors, we can bear the cost of the funding for the book, I think we can go ahead. So if we decide on which publisher and then we have an idea of the cost, then we can now decide on how do we approach the issue of funding. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Any other person with any experience? I think we are getting there gradually. So from all we have spoken, it's obvious that self-publishing is out of it, one. And number two, institutional publications are what we're going for, or institutional publishing. And from what we've heard, Dr. Job, even my experience with Cambridge scholars, it would be better to do a local institutional-based publishing. Do we agree on that? If we agree on that, then we can go a step further to look at institutions that I've had experience with University of Benin, publishing. So if we have other experiences, people from UCH, LUT, UNTH, any experience with the university's publishing, then we may be able to look at that. We have people from UCH, Dr. Akindolore, Dr. Olushola Idowu. We have people from LUT, Dr. Rotimi, and even UNTH. Professor Yakubu, yes, I also had, I provided 2 chapters in this book by Professor Nwanso and this Baba now, this our Baba, all right? Sorry?
Oladapo.
No, not Oladapo.
I think Colonel.
Yes, Colonel. Yes, he's a retired Army officer.
Yes.
That book was published at Ahmadu Bello University, if I remember.
Yes, ABU Press.
Yes, ABU Press. Yes. So I've had 2 experiences with 2 university-based.
Colonel Oswago.
Colonel Oswago.
Yes, sir. Excellent.
Yeah, Colonel Oswago. So, can we look at some of these institutions? Which one do we choose? Dr. Olushola Idowu, any experience from UCH? Dr. Abimbola? Dr. Rotimi, any experience from LUT? Let's get that. I think I'm leaning towards UCH and LUT.
Hello.
Yes, Dr. Olushola.
Yes, I can find out. I don't have direct experience, but we have published 1 or 2 books with Obafemi Awolowo University. But I was not directly involved with the. But what I'm aware is that we contributed money, but we are many. So eventually, the amount of money that got to every single one of us was maybe less than 50K. So it was quite. I was able to publish at least the first round, on which we sold, and they're able to get our money back, as in at least the money that we seeded. But since that time, I've not heard anything about any other gain. But at least the book was ready. We got our book, and we're able to actually get the money. But it does not matter. I don't think any of us here should complain about. But I agree with Dr. Ege that suggested that we should first of all look for a publishing house or publishing place, find out the number of pages, the size. Those are the things that they will ask us for. Because I read it in those group, the size, the number of pages, whether it's hardcover, soft cover, whether it's going to be gloss or ordinary paper. Those are the things that we have to agree here today. before we even talk about, because by the time we get there, we have to be sure that it is the decision of the house, whether you want it in a glossy way, whether it's hardcover, soft cover, the number of pages is quite important. Then the more color you have in it, the more expensive the book becomes. That's my suggestion, sir.
Thank you very much. I think you are right. You're right. Dr. Rotimi?
Yeah, thank you, sir. Well, I don't have any experience personally with the press at Luth, but I'll find out. I'll find out and get back to you. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, Professor Saidu, Professor Sani, any experience with ABU Press?
I want water. How much are you giving?
Hello, sir. Thank you very much. Actually, personally, I have not published with the press, but I know Professor Nwaso has done. I can talk with her and get an idea, and then possibly also go to the press and find out some details for us. Thank you very much. Okay. Professor Awalu, any publication with the ABU press?
Well, at the departmental level, yeah, I know we've published some handbooks and so on some years back, but I think the same thing with me. I do not know the current rates and so on. So we need to find out, really.
Okay. Professor Yenka, Tonia? Professor Tonia, any experience with UNTH? Dr. Okona, are you there?
Okay, so no, we don't have a publishing outfit or publishing house, but I can make inquiries and share with the group this week. Okay. For publishing houses that are maybe not necessarily affiliated to our university, but maybe the ones that our lecturers and our faculty use for their personal work.
Yeah, Prof. What we have agreed on is we need an institutional-based publishing house.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It must be, and it has to be local.
It has to be local because of the experiences we have had. You know, our book on with Cambridge scholars. We've not heard anything from it, and it's so expensive. So we decided, let's do a local. Yes. Okay. A university-based publishing house.
Okay, I will make inquiries and get back to the house.
Okay. So, General Gumbi, sir, I want to propose if we can have a 3 or a 5-man committee, all right, so that we can harmonize the different findings from different people, and we give a time lapse. By next week or this week we're entering, I should be able to give us the number of pages, all right, that we hope to not exceed. And at least now we're about 380 something pages on Times Numera 20 front 20. All right, that's what we are now, 380. And from most of the things we're doing, maybe we shouldn't be more than 450, less than 500 pages. All right, that's where we are at the moment, if I'm correct. The last editing we did was about 380 something pages. I'm aware that we may still have 1 or 2 additions, so that's why I'm putting at maybe 400, 450. Okay, and the size of the book will decide that. But I would suggest Dr. Idowu, Dr. Rotimi, Professor Saidu, and Professor. Okay, Oyenka does not have. UNC does not have. So, Dr. Ige, does Unilorin have a publishing house?
We do. I think so, we do.
Okay, please, can I include you into that committee to help us so that we find out, then we harmonize, and then we can decide on which of the institutions we're going to go with.
All right, sir.
Is that okay, sir?
It's okay.
Yes, that's fine. But we need to actually decide, are we having a hard copy, or we're having hardcover or soft cover? And also important is the design on the cover page. That also will influence the cost.
Yes.
So we need to do this and share it on the platform. And then when everybody's okay with it, and then we'll go ahead to give the committee, because they will need that to find out how much of the going rates. What we do know now is that we are using Times New Roman as font, and we are using 20 points. And
no, sorry, you need to 12, not 20. The font
12,
is 12.
Not 20. 12, yes. 12, I was going to say 12. 12 is the standard. 12, yes, 12. And 450 pages. So the next thing, of course, is the design and the cover page design, as well as to decide whether are we doing hardcover or we are doing a glossy soft cover, as it were.
Okay, thank
you.
So
let's be open. Thank you.
Professor Tonia, your hand is up.
Yes, we have a press, University of Nigeria, Nsukka Press.
Oh, okay. Okay. Beautiful. So I will include you in that committee. Can you see this? Most of the times, yes, they come in different, design. This is a hard copy. I contributed a chapter to this book, edited by our own Professor Sotonye Fineface Organ, Intech Open. This is hard copy. Most of the times, we can have two options. The hardcover will go to the contributing authors. Then I have the soft copy of one of my books here, all right? And this one can go out into the market. We give them options. If you want to buy the hardcover, the price obviously will be more than the soft copy like this one. Then we'll decide, but definitely we should have the two options. Some were about 12 on this call. Let me confirm. Yeah, about 12. So we can have like 20 or 30 hard copies also stored in the libraries. Then the soft copies will go out to the market for sale. I think so that we don't shoot ourselves in the foot. We should also be able to, I have access to all the soft copy of my books, and the soft copies will be made available to each of the authors, all right? The soft copy of the entire book, not only your chapter, but this is based on the promise or on mutual trust that none of us will self-publish the book. So we have, the soft copy of all the book, all the chapters in the book, the soft copy of the book will be given to us as part of benefits of contributing to it. Then for us to sell soft copy, we need a website, okay? Unless if the institution-based institution that we're hoping to use, we have a website where people can log in and buy. But for now, hard copies would be readily available to the market. And we're not just looking at West Africa alone. By God's grace, I've had some good entering into the Anexa committee. So we can also get that. But the beauty of it is that all of us on this call contributing to this book are Nigerians. And that is the vision General Gobi and I had, that we want a book written by Nigerian authors for the African continent. So thank you. I think with your permission, sir, Professor Onyeka, Dr. Olufemi Gay, Dr. Dr. Olushola Idowu, Dr. Rotimi, and Professor Seidu. Please, can you kindly be part of that 5-man committee to decide on which of the institution publishing house we will go for. And we can get that report by the end of September, so that by then the book will be ready. Any information that is required in terms of the design and the pages, obviously in the next 1 or 2 weeks, you'll have that so that we can use that to negotiate with the publishing house. All right. Is that taken, sir? All the people I mentioned, will you graciously agree to serve in that committee? I want to suggest Professor Onyeka to be the chairman of the committee and Dr. Ige will be the secretary of that committee. Is that okay, sir?
Very well. That's what I actually have it written down, that Professor Tonia should chair this committee, and then we'll take it up from there.
Okay. Dr. Ige, you want to say something, sir?
Thank you very much, sir.
That we agree to serve. I wish you will get somebody else to be secretary. My hands are a little bit
okay
in anchor right now.
You are delivered in Jesus' name.
Thank you very much. I'm grateful for your deliverance.
Okay, Dr. Rotimi, will you agree to serve as the secretary?
With all pleasure, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Professor Tonia, Professor Seidu, I didn't get your acceptance speech.
Thank you so much, everyone, for investing your trust on me, on us, and we pledge to do our best and to get the results done before the end of September. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Dr. Idowu, your acceptance speech, you agree to serve?
Surely, absolutely. Thank you, sir.
Professor Seidu?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. Accepted.
Thank you very much, sir. God bless you. We appreciate you. The next one, our time is running out. My apologies. We needed to solve this. Now, the other question that I think is burning is royalties. All right? And there are different models. Okay? The ones I've done, the self-publishing, because I sponsored it myself, all the profits comes to me. All right? Then the other one with the Cambridge scholars, like I mentioned before, I've not received a dime, 3 years down the line, okay? And so the issue here, Dr. was saying something about the publishing they did with Obafemi Awolowo University. You were made to contribute. How did that model work? Number 2, are we ready to contribute should the need arise? And number 3, what will be there for us? That is, let me put it in the Nigerian parlance, waiting there for us as authors. General Gumbi, please go ahead and lead the discussion, sir.
All right. Thank you so very much, Professor Toby, for the background information with respect to royalties. Actually, if I have my way, I would rather say we step down this discussion now till another time. The main thing for us to do now is to get the rates and get all information ready for the publication of the book. That's more important for us, because if we start discussing about, I know money matters a lot to us in this climb, no doubt. However, I would rather us wait until we are ready to go ahead. It's important that all of us here, we are all women and men of integrity, and we are all committed to this project. I think we should defer till that time that we know we can, we know where we're going, and we know the probabilities concerned. That is my thoughts at this time. I think we should hold on.
I don't know you like granite.
That's my view as at now.
Okay, sir.
And also, I want to say that all of us here will be ready to contribute money to fund the publication of this book. I'm not sure any one of us will step down on that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you for your word of wisdom. The people say that you can't have an elderly man in the market and the head of an infant will work for one side.
Thank you, Prof.
All right, thank you, sir. Any other comment before our elder will round up for us? Dr. Adesina has not spoken. Dr. Kona Friday, can we have some contributions before we leave the floor for General to conclude?
Yeah, thank you, Prof. Yeah, I actually agree with the submissions on the publication of the book. Now, on the aspect of royalty, it is important. One, we have to also know what are we contributing, and then at what ratio are we contributing. So for me, just like General said, I think that aspect should be stepped aside.
Thank you very much, my brother.
That's my submission for now. Thank you.
All right, yeah. Dr. Adesina, any submission?
All submissions seconded, sir. Thank you.
Okay. General, please close for us. I think, Dr. Rotimi, you want to say something? You're muted.
No, sir.
Okay. All right. So the last agenda is for our father to say something before we close. Over to you, sir.
Okay. Thank you so very much, Professor Toby. You are indeed a man of honor, and all of us on this call as co-authors, we are all men and women of integrity and academic excellence. I think I know every one of us here, other than Professor Awalu, who I want to thank so very, very much for his contributing to this project. And I believe that making it a multi-specialist book on guidelines in ICU care will make it a book favorable to most of our intended audience, particularly ICU practitioners and residents and consultants with interest in critical care. And also, I want to thank, in particular, Professor Kingsley Toby, who is also a man of God and who is an initiator of so many projects. And this one, having him as the arrowhead of this team, leaves me and some of us here no doubt whatsoever that we are going to record a success out of this. And without mincing words at all, I want all of us to get committed to this project, especially the committee saddled with looking out for which publishing house that we should use. Please, you have the backing of myself and Professor Toby. At any time that you think you have issues within the timeline that has been issued to us, please get us. We are just a call away, and we may be able to sort you out with respect to any issue, any challenge you come by. It's important for this committee to come up, by the next time we are meeting, by God's grace, to come up with something or share on our platform. I don't know if Professor Sonny Awalu, are you on our platform too, sir? Professor Awalu. Professor Awalu.
Hello, sir. I think we need to add him. Yes, sir.
You need to add him, sir.
Yes, we will need to add him on the platform. Yes, we will add him. Let us
sir.
have his number,
Okay,
please, Professor Yakubu.
Okay, sir.
We'll add him on the platform. And without mentioning once again, I say a big thank you to each and every one of us who have committed to being co-authors of this epoch-making book by the time it is published. I have no doubt in my heart that it will go places, and it will surely introduce some of us here to academic publishing, and we'll use it to achieve greater heights in our academic career. On this note, on behalf of myself and Professor Kingsley Toby, I say thank you to each and every one of us again. We know we will do it, we can do it, and we will do it. Dr. Job, thank you very much. You are our president, and I believe by the time we publish this book, it will be one of the legacy things that you will make reference to under your administration as our president of the ICCSN. So thank you very much all. Over. Professor Toby, please.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. With you behind us, we are confident. You know, we thank you so much.
We'll get there.
Errand boy, you're the one giving me the backbone, and everybody here. I think I've come to know everybody. Like I mentioned, Dr. Gay is my senior registrar in UITH. I appreciate you. Professor Onyeka Tonia, thank you so much. I think we've met once or twice, but I really appreciate you. Your work speaks volume. Dr. Saidu Yakubu was my assistant secretary in the NSA that year. All right. I hope I'm
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes. Okay. And Dr. Olushola Idowu, I'm not too sure we have met. Dr. Jobo Tokola, we have always been together. We're from Niger Delta area. We've been together. We've contributed. Dr. Joe contributed quite a number of chapters in our anesthesia book that is published by Cambridge Scholars. I appreciate you. Dr. Aderonke Adeshiyan, this is my younger sister. We're always together everywhere we go. We are together. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Dr. Kona Friday, thank you. Professor Sani Awalu, thank you. Dr. Abimbola has left. Yeah, Dr. Rotimi, how can I forget you? All right, Dr. Rotimi, we're together in Intensive Critical Care Society of Nigeria. Thank you so much. And with this note, we'd like to say a very good evening to everyone, and have a very productive week. And if there are other issues, I will share them on the platform. I need some clarifications and some other. General Gubi, that I would private chat to you. There's a call for us to add a chapter on ultrasound in critical care to that book, which was not part of the original intention. So we're still open to suggestions, but the core of the book has been made. I want to say thank you, and please do have a very good evening, everyone.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Thank you very much, sir.
Good night, sir.
Good night.
Good night. Have a nice
God
week
bless.
ahead. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, and good night.
Bye. Good night.
Bye.